gonna try and make this video quick because my battery is gonna die. Also, it's probably gonna be naturally quite quick because I have read nothing this month. Today I'm gonna be doing my February wrap-up and March TBR because that's the time of year we're at the minute, but I didn't read pretty much anything in February. It was a really bad reading month, and I will get to why shortly. The first book that I read this month was The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I said in my February TBR that I would read this, and I did read it, and I loved it. And if you haven't seen my book babble on this, I will leave the link to it down there somewhere. Loved it, really loved it, but I couldn't go straight into the second one because I didn't have it immediately. So I had to pick something up to pass the time, and that's where the issue came in. So this was a brilliant start to the month because I absolutely adored it. It was amazing. Now's the problem. The next book I picked up was Crown of Midnight by Sarah J Maas, which is the second book in the Throne of Glass series. I picked this up thinking it's smaller than the first one, it won't take me too long to get through it, and it'll pass the time until the next Raven Cycle book arrived. And then it took me all month to read this. Literally, I finished The Raven Boys quite early in the month, and I only finished this the other day. So that's where my month went. I don't want to go too much into why this took me so long to read, because I am going to do a book babble on it, but it was just so slow. Like, so slow. Painfully slow. And I couldn't get into it enough to finish it. I was reading like a few pages a day. I would not read it for like 4 days because it was just not gripping me enough. I'll talk more about that in my book babble about it, which I will do at some point. It might be the next video you see. It will come up at some point in March, I promise. Yeah, so that took me pretty much all month to read. So in terms of books, that is my February, which is not what I set as my TBR. Anyway, in order to amp up what I read just a little bit, because that's embarrassing, let's face it, I then read volume 5 and volume 6 of Saga, which means I'm now all up to date with Saga. Yay! And these were much more fun. I read them both in one day because after I finished volume 5 I couldn't wait for volume 6. And then once I finished volume 6 I didn't want to have to wait for volume 7, but it's not out yet, so kind of have to. I'm really excited about the 7th one when it comes out, which is like, I don't know, but when volume 7 comes out I will be getting my mitts on it immediately because I've fallen in love with this series and now I'm all up to date, so I've got nothing left to read of it. That is my February, which isn't great. Never mind. Let's move on to March, which will hopefully be better. Hopefully. So, naturally, the first book that I want to read in March is The Dream Thieves by Maggie Stiefvater, the second book in the Raven Cycle. I have already started it, and there is still a couple of days left of February at the point of filming this, but I think it's going up on the 1st of March, I'm not sure. But I don't anticipate I'm going to get too far in the next couple of days, because, you know, life. But I will hopefully be finishing this one in March, and I'm very excited about doing so. And then naturally, with how gripped I was to the first one, I'm expecting to be very gripped with this one as well. So the next book I want to read in March is Blue Lily Lily Blue. Blue Lily Lily Blue by Maggie Stiefvater, which is the third book in the Raven Cycle. And, you know, you'd just have to be called dumb if you didn't see this coming. The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater, which is the fourth and final book in the Raven Cycle. So hopefully in March I will finish the Raven Cycle. Hopefully. And I think for my March TBR, I'm going to leave it at that, because if February was anything to go by, I might not get it all done. I don't know, we'll see what happens, but that's what I'm anticipating reading. There you go, I said I was going to do this quickly because my camera battery is going to die, and I have done it quite quickly. Hooray, this is probably going to be like painfully quick and quite fast paced, and I'm probably going to be editing it thinking, damn Jade, why did you say that all so quick? You could have elaborated so much more. But I'm not gonna. There you go. That's my February wrap up, which was piss poor, and my March TBR, which is quite small. Oh well. If you've enjoyed my little ramble about my reading activity, give it a thumbs up, chat to me down in the comments, and if you fancy subscribing, I'm always eternally grateful for that. And I will see you next time with whatever else it is I plan on doing next. Bye!